Hi, my name is Carrie. I'm a social worker here at UWM. My role as a social worker here, I'm here to really help the students navigate any problems that they might be having as a student, whether that is stress management or balancing school and work, any type of issues that you might be dealing with as a student while you're here. Before we get into our session today, we're going to have about 10 minutes or so to talk together. I just want to explain confidentiality. So anything that you say to me today will be kept between the two of us. The only exception would be if you tell me about any potential harm to yourself or others, and I would have to report that because I am a mandated reporter. If I do end up reporting something, it won't be a surprise to you. I'll explain to you what I'm reporting and why. So any questions about confidentiality?
No.
Okay. So how about we start with what brings you in today?
Well, I'm just having trouble navigating and balancing school, my internship, my personal life, work. I just feel very overwhelmed. I'm very stressed out and I get very anxious. I feel like once I finish one assignment, another thing comes up, another assignment. So I just always feel like I'm on the go and I don't have time to relax or get enough sleep. I'm skipping meals. Just very overwhelming right now.
Sure. So it's hard for you to try to balance everything that's going on in your life right now?
Yeah, I would say so. It's, and it's a new school for me. I just transferred here from a different university. So getting accustomed to the campus and everything. It's just there's a lot going on.
And how have you felt being a new student here? Do you think it's a good campus so far, a good fit for you?
I don't know. I was used to a small campus where everyone knew you. Everything was super close together. And this kind of overwhelming because everything is so far away. To be honest, I don't even know where the union is or where to find that. I don't have a student ID yet, and it's 4 weeks into the semester already. So it's just very overwhelming. Everything was online. I don't think I have an advisor yet, so it's just a lot's going on, like I said.
Yeah, it sounds like there's a lot of changes between this school and your last school, and that's overwhelming for you.
Yeah, I just feel like I'm getting lost between everybody and my schoolwork, and then losing myself because I don't have time to take care of myself or do anything. Just very overwhelming.
So it sounds like maybe something you and I could work on is prioritizing and just trying to figure out how to balance everything. Have you thought about what some of your priorities are as far as school versus internship versus social life?
Well, of course, school always comes first to me. No matter what, school's first. And then my internship, of course, goes along with school. So I would say my homework and school are my top two priorities. But then work is also a priority too because I need to work to be able to pay for school, which is very expensive. But I think just finding time is kind of hard. But for sure, school. School's always first.
Okay, sure. And what are some things that you do to help you manage all of these things going on?
Well, lately I've been finding that I just kind of have to cancel my friends on social events and stuff like that, but that also kind of tears me up inside because they always get mad. I just feel like nobody understands that I'm getting my master's and it's going to take a lot of work, and I don't know how to have those conversations with my friends, my family, setting my boundaries, I would guess. But it's just kind of hard to speak up and actually say something without them getting offended or backlashing at me.
So you feel like it's hard for you to explain to your friends my priorities are this, but you guys want me to prioritize this.
Yeah. And they all say oh, we're here for you, we're here for you, we're here for you, but then when I tell them something they don't like, no one's here for me, or when I need help, or when I need support, or when I need a study session, no one's here for me. So it's just kind of hard.
Yeah, it sounds like that's kind of isolating.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
So I think that kind of also adds on to the stress that I feel like I'm letting everyone down, and then I don't want to let myself down. So I guess I also prioritize myself before anybody else, which may be a little selfish of me, but gotta do what you gotta do.
Sure. What are some things that you do to take care of yourself?
Sometimes I like to go get my nails done so that I can kind of like escape for like 2 hours while they're getting done.
Mm-hmm.
But lately, I don't know, because I don't have time to work anymore, so I'm not making as much money. So like spending money on my nails instead of it going to tuition just kind of eats away at me. But sometimes I'm just like, I have to get them done to be able to feel okay. So I don't know, I don't know.
Yeah. It's something kind of that helps you like get through the stress of the day.
Yeah.
Sure. If you had to right now, is there anything on your plate that you could get rid of to clear up some time?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like how much lately I've been into this like new Netflix series.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe like reducing the amount of hours I spend watching the series.
Sure.
But you know, like you get addicted and they're like you keep watching and watching and Netflix says like play next episode and you're already on the next
And you
episode.
want to keep going, yeah.
So like you don't know.
Yeah, I get
So
that.
yeah, I think that's kind of hard for me to like be able to like stop myself from like, getting distracted,
Mm-hmm.
or like my phone when I'm trying to do homework and then my phone's like ringing and buzzing.
Mm-hmm.
So I've tried putting it in a different room, but then I always end up getting up and getting it because I'm like, oh, what if someone texted me? Oh, what if someone needs me?
Yeah.
What if there's an emergency?
Sure. So working on maybe being mindful when you're doing one thing and
Mhm.
focusing on the task that you're doing in the moment.
Yeah, I think so. But then, like, I think it's also, like, hard for me to be able to, like, focus just on one thing.
Mhm.
So maybe that also, because I feel like in my head I'm creating 1,000 scenarios about what's actually happening.
Mm-hmm.
So that gets me very overwhelmed, and I don't know. Like, I'm thinking about, like, 5 different assignments. I'm thinking about, like, having to take my mom to the doctor. I'm
Mhm.
thinking, like, about so many things. So it's getting very overwhelming.
Yeah, sounds like it. It sounds like you have so much going on and so much on your plate that it's hard for you to be able to focus because you're worried about what do I have to do after this? What do I have to do tomorrow? And I can totally understand why that would be because it does sound like you have a lot on your plate. I think it's great though that you know that school comes first and you know that you have to set a boundary with your friends. So maybe something that we could work on together is clearly setting that boundary with your friends and how that might feel, and maybe the backlash that you might get from your friends. But it sounds like you know that school needs to come before them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, I think just like you said, like setting up those boundaries and being able to actually do it. I think I'm just always scared of their reaction.
Mm-hmm.
So working on like not caring, but like being able to just like suck up whatever they say and just put it behind me and just keep going forward. But like I said, that's kind of hard.
Mm-hmm. It is hard. It's hard to do that to your friends. Okay, well, I think that we can pretty much be done for today. I think we have some good goals that we can work towards. We talked about setting boundaries with your friends, maybe working on time management a little bit. Yeah, so I will see you next week at the same time.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
I can feel it. My face is all red.
Good job.